I'm Alan Zeichick with NetEvents TV. One of the top issues when it comes to enterprise security is surprisingly Active Directory. Used by about 9 out of 10 large enterprises, Active Directory is a source of tremendous information and critical information to every user account and application, telling about resources, servers, everything on the network. A challenge is if the network is breached and a credentialed endpoint is taken over by hackers, Active Directory can provide, in some cases, the keys to the kingdom. It doesn't know that the person asking for information about the network is actually a hacker. In this documentary, we will talk to several people, several experts in this field, about Active Directory and what can be done to help protect a network from attackers seeking to exploit its vulnerabilities.
When really good hackers break into your perimeter, when they get in the enterprise, they don't walk, but they run to your Active Directory because it provides a map of your entire network. So it stands to reason that as part of any really good hack, you're going to go look at Active Directory and get a good understanding of what assets are there to either exploit or exfiltrate or hopefully not destroy.
We asked our experts, in a Windows domain network, what happens when a credentialed endpoint is taken over by a hacker?
The first thing that attackers will do after getting a foothold on a domain machine is they will try to learn about the environment and steal domain credentials. The idea behind learning about the environment is through querying the Active Directory, which literally it's a database, contains the entire information about the entire resources inside the environment. Just simple querying the Active Directory and you get anything you want and get the knowledge about anything you need as in a hacker about the environment. It's the only thing that you need to do next is use the credentials that you stole and access any resource inside.
So first of all, it's not that if it happens all the time, and when that happens, usually they start to do reconnaissance, they go and do lateral movement, and then they want to exfiltrate the data that they are after.
A Windows endpoint is compromised in an Active Directory context. The bad guys usually will try to escalate privilege on the endpoint, and then the next step is always to target the Active Directory. Why not? These days it's very easy to do so. There's lots of tools that allow that to happen easily, like Mimikatz and other tools. And Active Directory is innately insecure by default. So Active Directory is a very difficult problem to solve. When we do our compromise assessments, and we do thousands per year, we often find that Active Directory is a very integral part of the question of how far the attacker has moved and what data they've had access to.
We then asked our experts, how can hackers exploit Windows Active Directory once they're inside the network?
Well, I think he can do basically anything. He can start scouting the network, by contacting the Active Directory, he can see all the machines available, know where to jump next, try to get previous account, and then he can do whatever he wants.
Active Directory is not a vulnerability, but it does provide valuable information to hackers. We asked the question, can Microsoft do anything to stop hackers from exploiting Active Directory for their own nefarious ends?
Microsoft, at the end of the day, they are not a security company. Most of their efforts are focused about operational management to that resources. And at the end of the day, their security solutions are not available today in the market to prevent from hackers to steal the domain credentials or to query and learn about the environment using the Active Directory manipulations.
So two things mainly. One of them is a lot of services and guidelines on how to harden Active Directory and harden the environment to protect themselves against such attacks. And the second one are products to help them secure and detect and respond to those kind of threats.
If a CISO or security team is concerned about Active Directory, here are some things that they can do to help protect their network.
There are some guidelines to help you protect against that, and there are products such as Advanced Threat Analytics to help you protect the organization and specifically Active Directory against such attacks.
One of the techniques that we've had in security for many years is deception. It's an element of warfare. and all kinds of different conflict strategies that involve the use of deception and lures and traps and so on. I think it's only natural that at this point we would start thinking about taking that basic Active Directory map and introducing some deception. That uncertainty is going to make hacking much more difficult in the enterprise.
You need to look at focus on solutions first, that focusing on securing the most sensitive database inside your environment, which is the Active Directory.
We've heard the experts weigh in about Active Directory and the vulnerabilities that hackers can exploit on a Windows domain network. Hopefully this will provide the information that you need to protect your network as well. Alan Zeichick for NetEvents TV.